What is up guys, I hope you're well. My name is Mark and today we're covering r/Tales from Retail. As always, support the artists because without them our channels wouldn't be half as interesting. Their information is in the description below. If you're new here, we're a community-based narration channel, and if you enjoy the content, why not consider liking, subscribing, and maybe tickling that notification bell. And with that being said, let's get into today's stories. Much love guys. Our first story is from Bailey the Nerd. Tills don't have infinite money. So back in the day, I worked for a small train electronics store that's now extinct. You know the one. I don't tell me. Setting, I just opened the store, and as a customary, I was alone for the first half hour of the shift. Enter old lady, OL. I say, hiya, how can I help you? Old lady says, hi, I'd like to return this $200 set of headphones. I say, no problem. I start the return. I say, now if you'd be so kind as to swipe your card, you'll be good to go. The old lady said, actually, can I get cash back instead? I say, ooh, normally yes, but I can't do that at the moment, And OL sharply cuts me off. What do you mean you can't give me cash? I say, well, I just opened the store a couple of minutes ago. I only have $150 in the till at the moment. Ugh, this is ridiculous. I can't believe you're not going to let me return this within the return period. I say, Mum, I would gladly return it for you, but I just don't have the money in the register at the moment. The old lady then says, well, you can do $150 cash and then $50 back on the card. I then say, no, I'm afraid I couldn't do that either. You're being very rude and out of line, young man. You just said you had $150 in the register. I say, but then I would have no change for customers. I'm totally willing to do a return, but I can't just not have change for dozens of customers that come in after you. And I cut her off. If you're willing to try a different store or come later in the day when I have more money in the till, I'd be happy to do the return. I just can't do it right this moment, I'm afraid. She gestures across the street to the bank. Why don't you just get more money from the bank? Well, I'm the only person here and can't leave the store. Also, I can't do that. I don't have access to the company's bank account. I'd like to speak to your manager. I say, alrighty, he'll be here in 15 minutes. She storms off, never to be seen again, but left a nasty NPS for my store that honestly made her look bad. It's not that difficult. You'll just come back later in the day to get your change. Come on, man. We have a nice wholesome post here from Snowy Evie. Little kids asks if anything is free. Inspired by the other wholesome post. I work at a store that sells secondhand video games all the way back to Atari/Magnavox, and as recent as Xbox One, PS4 and Switch. It was a slow day when 3 boys walked in, 15, 10 and 6. While the other 2 browsed the Wii section, the little one asked me if he have anything that is free. At first I say no, that nothing is free, but then I remember that my old manager used to give out our business cards to kids because they looked like NES controllers, so I gave him one. He asked how to turn it on, so I said press the start button and showed him where that was. Next thing I know, this little kid is standing by the front counter playing along with Spyro Longplay I've been playing on the big TVs. He's telling his brothers how he's winning, dying and fighting monsters. I just thought that was really cute and I wanted to share. When you first read that title and you see that little kid asks if anything's free, you think, oh god, here we go, a spoiled little brat. But that's cute, isn't it? This story is from Animal Anime. That time we had to call the cops. Hello, I'm going to call Crazy Man CM, my co-worker CW and my manager M. So at the time I was working in a place that sells undergarments for both men and women. Men's was actually our best selling department. The most important fact to know in this story is that boxers cost more than boxer briefs. Moving right along, you know customers that just love picking up things and abandon them in the wrong place? Well, this time that ended up with a butterfly effect in which we needed to call the police and get security escorts to our cars at the end of the night due to an absolutely psychotic man not getting his way. We had both a wall lined with products for men as well as a couple of bins in the men's section for excess stock for customers to take what they needed. One of these bins contained boxer briefs. I'm sure you all know where this is going. A large red-headed man, like at least 6 foot and 250, muscular, walks up to CW's register with a pack of boxers and a pack of socks to get our buy one get one 50% off promotion. This is CM. CW, who's a little old lady by the way, rings up his items and tells him his total. I'm on the register next to her as it was busy weekend day, so I can hear all of this. Not that I need to be that close. CM starts flipping out. Why is this so expensive? I didn't pick anything up that expensive. CW says, well, the socks cost this much and the boxes cost this much. So with a sale, that total comes to... No, the boxes cost less than that. I read the sign. They definitely cost less. Would you mind showing me where you picked these up, sir? CM brings her over to the boxer brief bin. CW then says, I'm sorry, sir. It looks like the customer put these in the wrong spot, pointing to where the boxes are on the wall. They're actually this much. My manager was in the men's section and stopped what she was doing to listen in. CM then says, well, you had them in the wrong place, so you have to honour that price. Sir, I don't have control of where our other customers leave things. There are no boxes in this bin. They cost this much. If it was an error on our part, I would honour it, but it isn't. You need to honour the price. No, sir. I can remove the item if you aren't interested. Are you stupid? You need to do what I said. And the manager intervenes. The manager says, excuse me, sir, what seems to be the problem? I found boxes in here in this bin and your employee won't honour the price. I'm sorry, sir. It looks like a customer put them there. We cannot give you the boxes for the price of boxer briefs. CM then says, I've never been in a store that treats customers like this. You need to give me them at that price because that's where I found them. Manager says, sir, I do not have the authority to change prices. At this point, literally the entire store has stopped and is staring at a distance at this enraged linebacker of a man screaming. Yes, you can do that. You can change the price. Do it now. The manager says, I can't do that, sir. The CM then says, I ought to punch you in your smart mouth. The manager says, sir, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. No, you're going to give me my boxes. He has his finger in her face. At the lower price, not your rip-off price. At this point, I left to call security. Apparently a couple of people called the police after the man threatened my manager. He's still screaming, but I can't tell what he's saying. The police department is only a few minutes down the street from the store, so by the time I was finished with security, the police were in the store and escorting the man who was still raging out. Security arrived 5 minutes later and ended up escorting me and my manager to our cars after closing later, as people reported that he was still threatening us all. In case you were wondering, this was all over $2.50. Why do people get so angry over such small amounts of money? It's so stupid. I know there's principles, but there's a limit to how angry you get about these things, you know. I'm just like, fuck it, have the $2.50. Our next story is from Navi-Ho. I didn't read the whole coupon, but this story is about the same lady I had an issue with back when she ordered some pants online to pick them up in store. She promised she wouldn't return, but quickly came back. This happened the day after Black Friday. Reminder, I am a merchandising manager at a department store. Me, C, customer, A, associate. Okay, so for Black Friday and Saturday, our company put out an early bird coupon that expires at 1 PM. Now at 1 PM, the line was still long, so the general manager extended the coupon until the line died, which was around 4 PM. That's an extra 3 hours that customers had to use the expired coupon. It is now 7 PM. The line is fairly long, so associate and I went up to the registers to help the cashiers. As I'm ringing up, I noticed the customer I had an issue with the last time next in line. The associate calls her up. Everything is normal until I hear this exchange. Associate says, alright, your total is this much. I have this coupon with me. I'm sorry ma'am, but that coupon expired at 1 PM. No it doesn't. Where does it say that? The associate points to the big bold red until 1 PM letters. Right there ma'am. Oh well, I didn't see that. I'm sorry about that. Well, your total is this much. How would you like to pay? Isn't there anything you can do about the coupon? I'm sorry ma'am, but we actually extended the coupon for an additional 3 hours after it expired. It's now 6 hours past, so unfortunately I can't take the coupon. Would you like to talk to the manager? He's right behind me. The customer sees me and I think recognises me. Ugh, no, whatever. I'll just use my card. About an hour later, associate says, hey Navi-Ho, there's a customer wanting to talk to you on the phone. She's on line 2. I say, alright. Thanks for holding. This is Navi-Ho speaking. How can I help you? Hi, okay, so your cashier didn't want to accept my coupon earlier today. Here's what happened. I came into the store around 11 AM today to do some shopping, but the line was wrapped around the whole store and I had my dog with me, so I left to drop him off. Then I came back at 1 PM and the line was still too long, so I left. Then I go at 6, after the line has died down a little, and I didn't see that the coupon expired at 1. I see. So what exactly is your question? Well, can't you do anything about it? I spend a lot of money there. I say, well, we extended the coupon an extra 3 hours until the line died. Unfortunately, we also received an email from corporate about the recent increase in coupon abuse, and because we already extended the coupon, we can't honour it. Side note, that actually wasn't a lie. We really did receive that email, and people at other locations were actually getting terminated over it. Customer says, "I'm one of your best customers, you should do this for me." I say, "I'm sorry man, but like I said, because of the 3-hour extension, we cannot." Ugh, whatever, I'll call tomorrow and try a different manager. Click. Me in my head, good luck with that. The assistant manager tomorrow is far less likely to do anything about it than me. And our final story is from Bread Stan. "I don't like the songs on this CD, you have to take it back." So I was working up at the customer service desk of a supermarket in Ireland that also sells CDs and DVDs, and over the Christmas I got an interesting request. A middle-aged woman comes up to me with a Robbie Williams Christmas CD and a receipt. This is what happened. The lady said, "I want to bring back this CD." Me, noticing that there's no plastic seal on the CD case, so it's obviously been opened. "Okay, what's the problem with it?" The lady says, "I don't like the songs on it, I want to bring it back." I say, "I just called my team leader just to make sure, knowing well we can't take back if there's no seal on it." My team leader comes up and I explain the situation. "I want to bring this back." My team leader says, "We can't take it back, it's been opened." "But I want to bring it back, I don't like the songs on it." Team leader says, "It's been opened and there's no seal on it, so we can't take it back in case it's been damaged." Lady, in a condescending tone, "How am I supposed to know if I like the CD when I can't listen to it? You have to take it back." Team leader says, "I'll get the store manager and see what he says." My team leader calls over the store manager, then she has to explain the situation to him and the reasoning for why the lady wants to bring back the CD. Store manager explains the exact same thing and the lady gets annoyed, exhales and leaves. All this happened while there was a very long queue since it was over Christmas. I need to get out of retail. First, why did anyone buy that Robbie Williams CD? It was awful. It looked awful on the adverts. God help anyone that's bought it. Admit it, if any of you out there bought that CD, put it in the comments below so we can grill you. Anyway guys, I really appreciate you being here, for all the love and support recently with a new name, going from Daddy Cringe to Mark Narrations. It's really, really much appreciated. Your time throughout the day, listen to these, it's amazing. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you on the next one. Much love guys.